reaction to the death of the Queen last week, and particularly I'm interested in both of your read on the Prime Minister's response. Stephen Conroy, has he got his response, the mood right?
Yeah, I think that Albo's absolutely captured the mood of the country, the affection that the country has for the now former Queen, and I think that he's pretty much got each step along the way right. And, you know, we've still got a few more days before the funeral. But I really think that Albo has shown the respect that's deserved. He's treated the office and the relationship well, and he's not sought to be in any way part of an ongoing debate around the Republic. A few people on both sides of that debate have tried to buy into it. You know, questions about who's going to be on the back of $5 note. Can we just all, you know, calm the farm? You know, let's talk about these things after we've gone through the funeral. People want to go back to the normal debates. That's great. I'm a Republican. I'm a proud Republican. I want to see a republic, but we can wait a few days. We don't need to buy into that. And Albo, I think, has been dealing with that very well.
Yeah. Michael Kroger, your thoughts? And I guess as well, the poll recently, the Roy Morgan poll that had 60% in favour of the constitutional monarchy arrangements right now. Maybe Australians want to give Charles III a go.
Yeah, I think they do. To be fair, it's you'd expect it to be that high right at the minute. I doubt it'll be that high in a year, but I think majority of Australians do want to give him a go. They run the risk of running the country, of having the country led, in a titular sense, by Queen Elizabeth, now King Charles, or by Malcolm Turnbull and Peter Fitzsimons. I mean, that's basically what you're looking for here if there's a change. So I'm not sure that any time in the next couple of years the country will be in a mood to change. The British have done this, the commemoration in relation to the celebration of her life, the commemoration of her period as Queen. I've never seen anything like it in my life. An absolutely stunning tour de force of organisation, of grandeur to measure, to equal the contribution she made. It's been a stunning performance by the British. But finally, I'd say, I agree with Stephen. I think Albo hasn't put a foot wrong, and all credit to him. It must be hard for him. He's a Republican, as we know, but I think he's acted in a very appropriate manner, and I give him top marks for that.
Yeah, and this is the thing, Stephen Conroy. If we go back to where we were a couple of months ago, it's not that long ago, was it, when we were talking in the lead up to the election? He had a few stumbles and difficulties, but I think we've canvassed this before. But it's the beauty of low expectations in politics, isn't it?
Well, look, yeah, he did have those early stumbles, and I thought he campaigned well after that Easter natural break that there was in the campaign, which was a godsend for him. And I thought he got focused and really into stride. And then from day one, I think we've talked before, Kieran, you get lucky sometimes in politics. First day, Governor General sworn in on the plane to Japan, meet the President of the US, Prime Minister of India, Prime Minister of Japan. The message went out right then and there. There is a new government in town, and he hasn't put a foot wrong in all of those things. And that overwhelming sense of relief, and I know Michael won't want to admit this, but there's relief that there are adults running the place again, and not Scott Morrison.
Yeah, no, I don't think Michael will agree with that final point. But Stephen Conroy, Michael Kroger, when you look at the situation of previous prime ministers that have come in with huge stratospheric expectations, like I think back to Turnbull and Rudd, internationally, you maybe would say Obama, these stratospheric expectations, they're never met. Coming in with low expectations can be a bit of magic dust for a politician.
Yeah, absolutely fascinating point. I mean, Albo's been in Parliament for a long time. The Labor Party picked Gillard in front of him, they picked Rudd in front of him, Green and Beazley were, Latham were all leaders whilst he was in the Parliament. He was much younger then, of course. It took a long time for the Labor Party to pick Albo. He certainly wasn't their first choice. And I think Albo's thinking to himself, I can't believe I'm here, but I am here. And there's a lot of politics and luck, and the roulette wheel of political life is his ball has landed on his number. The ball's landed on his number. But I think Albo's decided I'm not going to be like Whitlam. I'm going to be calm and measured. I'm not going to go out like a bull at a gate like Rudd and promise all of these things. I'm not going to have grand policy gestures which are going to scare all the horses. I've got my agenda. I'm happy with my agenda. It's quite a big agenda, but he's moving slowly and cautiously. You can see in his demeanour and his presentation, it's very measured, very balanced. It's very calm, troubled waters. And that's working for him. And the caution that Albo is displaying is working for him. And it's a big, big contrast to Rudd and Whitlam in particular, and Turnbull in particular.
Michael Kroger, Stephen Conroy, gentlemen, great to see you both.